Hey guys, welcome back to the Blitz and Gridiron, and today I'm going to be giving you guys my 2025 NFL season predictions. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be telling you guys the order I think the divisions will be, and the record, and my reasoning why for some of them. So let's start with the AFC and NFC East. I have the Buffalo Bills going 12-5. No, Josh Allen, if he can lead his team to a 13-4 record with no receivers, pretty much, I'm sure he can lead this Bills team to another division title. I mean, their schedule may have gone a little harder, but I think they will be able to win their division along with getting the 2 seed. And next, the New England Patriots. This may be a surprise to a lot of people, but I think the Patriots are going to be pretty solid this year. Reason being, they have Mike Vrabel. He's a great head coach, and their team has improved. Only question mark may be wide receiver. Stephon Diggs, he's not going to be amazing. This is not prime Buffalo Bills Stephon Diggs. This is 32-year-old Stephon. He got injured last year, so we don't really know what to expect from him. And I wouldn't put the Patriots any further up, but they may still squeak out in a wild card spot. Next, the Miami Dolphins. They lost a bit of talent in the offseason. They're just not very good. They're not improving as much as New England did, I don't think. And in last place, the Jets. They're the Jets. The Jets are not going to be good. They're cursed or something. But, I don't think Justin Fields, he might be a solid quarterback in a year or two. But playoffs? No. Let's go to the NFC now. I have the Philadelphia Eagles going 12-5, along with getting the first round bye. This is a pretty weak conference this year, because the NFC East schedule got a lot harder. These guys have to play the AFC West, the entire AFC West, and the AFC North, which is some of football's best divisions. So these guys are not going to be winning many games from there. The Commanders and Cowboys, kind of the same thing. Well, the Cowboys have Dak back. A lot of their players got injured last season, which is kind of why they went 7-10. It wasn't a very great season. Jaden Daniels for the Commanders, I feel like he's going to have a little sophomore slump. Every great rookie, a lot of them have one of those. But that's what I have for them. And the New York Giants, 4-13. The Giants are just not going to be a great football team. They might start Russell Wilson, who's getting pretty old. He's not going to be very productive, but he's going to probably be maybe a solid starter. You have Jackson Dart and Jameis Winston if Wilson doesn't do bad. Those guys may be kind of solid. So let's go to the AFC North, and I have the Baltimore Ravens coming in first place, 13-4. I think that's the best record in the league. And I just think the Ravens, this might be the best Ravens team Lamar Jackson has ever got to work with. You have arguably the best secondary in the league with a lot of very great corners, safeties. You also have Lamar and Derrick Henry. You have DeAndre Hopkins, Zay Flowers, Isaiah Likely, Mark Andrews. These guys are very good players, and I think they're definitely going to help this Ravens team, win some football games. The Cincinnati Bengals. The past 2 years, since he's gone 9-8, just missing the playoffs. But this year, I have them making the playoffs as the 5 seed, I think. I think since he's going to do pretty solid, I feel like their defense may get a little better, but you never really know. They could go 9-8 again, miss the playoffs again. You never really know that. In Pittsburgh, I have them going 9-8. I don't think the Steelers are going to be very good this year. You have an aging Aaron Rodgers as your starting quarterback. It's only so far he can take you but you have a lot of talent on your defense, which may win you some games. But the offense is not clicking. I mean, there's DK Metcalf, Jalen Warren. Those are pretty solid offensive starters. But I don't think they're going to be, amazing. And there's Cleveland. I have them going 5-12. Their quarterback situation is terrible. You have Kenny Pickett, Deshaun Watson, Shedeur Sanders. Who else did they have? Joe Flacco and Dylan Gabriel. That may be the weirdest quarterback room in the league. And on the other side of the ball, Myles Garrett is their only good guy on defense. This Browns team is just not very good. Now, the NFC North, this is definitely the most competitive division in all of football. Every team in this division has a winning record, and the Bears may be a little shocking. But I do have them with a 9-8 record. I think that offensive line alone is going to win games for them. Last year, Caleb Williams was getting sacked way too many times, That definitely made them lose a couple of those games. But now with a good offensive line and a pretty solid defense, I'd say they get a winning record. Not playoff yet. Maybe next year, maybe they'll be a playoff contender, but I don't know about this year. And now the Green Bay Packers. The Packers, they're the Packers. They're pretty good. I mean, they're the third best team in the NFC North at what I have them at. But they're still a pretty good football team. You have Jordan Love, Josh Jacobs, Kenny Clark. You did lose a couple pieces like Jair Alexander. So I don't think they're going to win 11 games like last year, but I think they will definitely do pretty solid in football's toughest division. I have the Minnesota Vikings and Detroit Lions at 11-6. Detroit has the tiebreaker over Minnesota, but that doesn't mean both of these teams are going to be bad. Minnesota, they have some very good players. You lost Sam Darnold from last year, and now you have an unproven J.J. McCarthy. So, Howard, you may think they're not going to do as good, but I think they're still going to be pretty solid. I mean, before the 2024 season, Sam Darnold wasn't a superstar until this talented Vikings offense with Aaron Jones, Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, T.J. Hawkinson, and those guys just made Darnold a superstar in that Vikings offense. He was a great player, and I think if that can happen for Darnold, the same thing surely can happen with McCarthy. But I don't think they're going to go on with 14 wins this year. No. This division is pretty competitive. The schedules got harder, and same thing for Detroit, I guess. But I guess they don't have a rookie quarterback. They did lose both coordinators, which are definitely going to have a part in their record. So I don't think they're going to be amazing, but I don't think they're going to be horrible. And definitely that talent on their team, Jared Goff, Jahmyr Gibbs, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Guys got to watch out for Jameson Williams. He had a breakout year last year. Could have another one this year. And on defense, you have Aiden Hutchinson. So this is pretty much a well-rounded team. Solid secondary, solid front seven. This is a Super Bowl contender. Anyways, let's get to our next division. Next, we have our South divisions. We have the AFC South, NFC South, and all these records look kind of similar. There might be a couple shockers, like the Colts in fourth place. I don't think the Colts are going to be very good this year. I mean, Anthony Richardson still waiting to be proven as a solid starter. He hasn't been amazing in his days as a starter, but he hasn't been horrible. And if you don't want Anthony Richardson to be a starter, you have to worry about Daniel Jones. And I don't think, and whenever you have a starting quarterback of Daniel Jones, you're not going to do very well. So 4-13 sounds about right. You have a couple guys like Josh Downs. You have Quinn and Nelson, some offensive line. You don't Jonathan Taylor. So those are some solid guys, but you don't have like amazing talent like some of the other teams in the division. And the Tennessee Titans, I don't think they're going to do much better than the Colts. They could easily be the worst team in the division, but I have them in third because Cam Ward looks like he's going to be pretty solid. And you have Tony Pollard. I don't think he's going to be bad. I mean, you did lose a couple players, but, I mean, they're still going to not be a great football team. The Jaguars in third place. Last year, the reason why the Jags went 4-13 is because Trevor Lawrence got hurt, and they're just not very good with Lawrence. Brian Thomas and Travis Hunter, they may be one of the best wide receiver duo in their division, because those are just some great players there, and that's what I like about this team. I mean, you don't have some superstars yet, but Brian Thomas, he's turning into a pretty big superstar. No, he was third place in receiving yards last year, which means he's probably going to have another solid year. But in first place, it's for the third year in a row, it's the Houston Texans. The Texans, they just have the most balanced team in the division, other than the O-line. The O-line is the big question. Like, the Jaguars could easily take the division, maybe if they get some more wins, and Texans get a couple losses because of their O-line. And they traded Laramie Tunsil away, which is not going to really help out that situation. So I think C.J. Stroud is still going to find a way to adapt to it, and they have some solid guys like Nico Collins. They signed Nick Chubb as well, so that might be a solid duo with Joe Mixon. Now in the NFC South, the Buccaneers, first place. They're just a very solid team. You have some great receivers, a proven quarterback, and some great running backs. Their defense is solid. They're just going to definitely be the team that wins the division. The Falcons, 9-8. Now, Atlanta could take this division from Tampa Bay because they have some good players too. They have Bijan. They have Michael Penix. He's maybe starting this year, a little more games. You have some solid players on the Falcons that are just getting better, these young players. You have Jesse Bates still in that secondary, which means your secondary is going to be pretty good, I guess. In third place, we have the Carolina Panthers. In the last month of last season, the Panthers have been pretty solid. I mean, they started Bryce Young, and Young did very well. And he looked like a top quarterback by then. So this year, if Bryce Young plays like that in the last month of the year for the whole season, then we could see a solid record. But I think the Panthers are maybe 1-2 years away from actual being contenders in playoffs. And the Saints at 4-13. The Saints may be the worst team in the league. You lost Tyrann Mathieu and Derek Carr, which means those are some pretty big pieces, and your replacements are not much better. Spencer Rattler is starting for them, and they're just not going to be a good football team. They may have a couple upsets, maybe a win over the Panthers. They may have a couple wins for other bad teams, but they're not going to be a great football team. Lastly, for this video, the AFC West. This may be the hardest division to predict, other than the NFC North. But in the AFC, we have the Chiefs, 11-6. A lot of people that I've seen have the Broncos winning the division this year, but I think the Chiefs will have one last run winning their division because, the Broncos, Bo Nix could have a sophomore slump. That's what I'm predicting. They're still going to have the same record as they did last year, but Knicks may not play as well. He's probably going to be a solid player, though. And also, the Chiefs, they have Mahomes and Agent Kelsey, have the solid defense, and some young, talented receivers. They have some pretty solid players, and I think they're going to win the division by a game. But that doesn't mean the Broncos could just steal the division from them. I could be completely wrong with that. And the Chargers, 9-8. Los Angeles, they're probably going to go back. I mean, this division got a lot more competitive. The Raiders got some more players. The Broncos are getting better. And the Chiefs are the Chiefs. So the Chargers are definitely going to have a harder time winning that division. But that doesn't mean they don't have some solid players. Speaking of the Raiders, I have the Raiders in 4th place. Las Vegas, if they were in any other division, I would have had them in maybe second, except the NFC North. I would have had them in maybe second, 3rd place. But I have them in 4th place here because the AFC West is just very competitive. And they have a lot of great players. But they couldn't fool me completely. They have Geno Smith. They have Ashton Genty, Brock Bowers, and isn't that it? Yeah, and they also signed Pete Carroll, which means this is a very, very solid team. They could win maybe 8-9 games, being right out there in that playoff race, but I just don't think so. And lastly, the NFC West. This is a tough one. I have the Rams winning the division at 11-6. I just think this is a very talented Rams team. You have pretty much good players around the team, very well-rounded team, very solid, and I just think they have enough power to win that division, go on a little run. But San Francisco definitely is 2nd place, same record. Rams have the tiebreaker. They lost a lot of talent, their safeties. They lost a lot of great players. But they're still the 49ers, and you have George Kittle, Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey, Fred Warner, Nick Bosa. Still have some of those guys, which are definitely can help you in the long run. Some of the better players that they're able to maintain. Their entire team literally got hurt last year. Big reason why they went 6-11. And they are, unless they get hurt again, I think this is going to be a very solid team, a contender. The Cardinals, 9-8. They're going to be better than they were 2 years ago, a little better than they were last year. 2 years ago, Kyler Murray got hurt, and that was a disaster. Last year, the Cardinals were pretty solid. They lost a couple close games. But at one point of the year, they could have easily won their division. They were 6-4 at one point. They lost 5 of their last 7 games, which is why they went 8-9. But they're definitely not a team to look out for. They could make the playoffs, but I just don't think so. Anyways, another team to watch out for is the Seahawks. They signed Sam Darnold and Cooper Kupp. They got rid of Metcalf and Geno Smith. Some great players that they shipped off. But this is pretty much a new Seahawks team. Their O-line isn't the greatest. But I don't think the Seahawks are going to be horrible, but they're not going to be very good. This is one of football's most competitive divisions. So that is my predictions for the 2025 NFL season. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.